mainstream media. Like, I've worked for the mainstream media, and none of the big mistakes that I've made as a blogger did I ever make in as a mainstream journalist, because it's just a different mindset. I'm content with just publishing one part of the 20-part story. If I only have one part of a 20-part story, I'll often go with it and hope that I'll get the second part from doing so, and then the third part, and then the fourth part. And while in the mainstream media, typically they'll want, a lot more than one part of a 20-part story before they'll publish.
You're okay with the process of publishing helping you get the fuller story?
Yeah. It's like
more organic.
Yeah, I look at my site. In some ways it's like talk radio. Stories grow and die, and it's a stream, and it's a dialogue that I'm having with my readers. I don't think there's anyone who can say that, they emailed me something for publication that was within the realm of, within the widest possible realm, that I would not publish it. I publish everything possible. And I also talk to everybody. My phone number's always been publicly listed. There's nobody who will say, I refuse to talk to them, or I refuse to take their complaint, or I refuse to listen to their complaint. So the blog is like this ongoing dialogue with readers where I'll get 1/10 of the story, I'll publish, and I hear back. Or even people will say, hey, I want to know about this, and so certain stories get more reaction, and so I'll put more effort into those and let other stories die.
What kind of traffic do you get on a daily basis?
Look on. Okay, this is a collection of all the major Jewish blogs. So 98% of the time, I'm on top.
What is it? It's blog at, it's /advertise/Jewish_blogs?
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
Thanks. Either one's fine.
So mine almost always has the most traffic, and it's usually like twice the next. So for Jewish blogs, there's lookfor.net, or here Hurim, Cross Currents, Juice.
What is the estimated impressions?
That means the ad is being served 31,000 times.
Yeah, that's not in a day.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's in a week.
Okay.
So that's being about 3,000 visitors a day then.
Yeah.
So if you look for the past month, again, I've got almost twice the amount of traffic as the next Jewish blog. Look for the next 3 months, almost twice. So it only goes back for 3 months. I think it's pretty clearly the most traffic Jewish blog and the most traffic Orthodox Judaism. I'd say about at least half of my content is Jewish, and probably at least a third of my content is related to Orthodox Judaism. So,
do you envision yourself as a blogger? Do you see yourself as it's such a cliche story, but as more as like a David, slinging stones at Goliath?
Sometimes, but I'm also careful. I realize that I'm verging on being the bully. So it constantly changes. I mean, there are times when I feel like I'm doing something heroic, but there are other times where I feel like I'm being a bully or verging on being a bully. So, yeah, there are lots of different ways that I kind of experience what I do.
Why are people afraid of you?
They don't know what I'm going to say or do next. They really don't know myself. And also because they know how many people are being hurt by things that I've written. See, in this respect, the harm that I do is concentrated. So, let's say I write a negative story about a local rabbi. He's hurt, his friends and family are hurt, his synagogue is hurt, and the hurt is very concentrated, so they feel it and they have every incentive to be angry at me. The benefits of the story, let's say that it's an accurate story, benefits of the story are thinly distributed to my thousands of readers who have no incentive to act on it and to say, hey, Luke, way to go for writing this story about a rabbi that I'm just barely conscious of. So, I'm constantly engaged in battles where the harm that I do is concentrated in a group of people who have every incentive to protest, while the benefits of what I do are just so diffuse that no one's going to go up to my rabbi and say, Levi wrote a great story about your fellow rabbi. Yeah, you got to get this. Get a second, Sadie. Just pick it up. I'll burn you the files.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. So I was reading. What was this? I don't know where I saw this either. But who is Chaim Amalek?
Who is Chaim Amalek? He's someone.
Is he an alter ego?
Yeah, he feels just like an alter ego. He thinks so similarly that we could be indistinguishable. Except for he'll often say things that I wouldn't have the balls to say. Or, he'll say things that I think are funny, but I wouldn't have the balls to say them. And so he's like a part of myself that I want to reject. It's like my inner Amalek that you're supposed to hate. I really, wish I could hate him, but he's just so funny.
What does Amalek mean?
I can give you his email.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask his permission. I'll give it to you. Amalek, that's A-M-A-L-E-K. Those are the people that were commanded in the Torah to hate forever because they preyed on our weak ones in the wilderness when we were leaving Egypt and going to Canaan. And we're commanded to have eternal enmity for Amalek. Amalek is like the preeminent enemy of the Jews.
Oh, yeah, right. So his name is...
Yeah, imagine this poor guy going to yeshiva with the name Chaim. I mean, he probably got...
He left.
Oh. Yeah, I think there's a little Chaim in all of us. Wherever truth and beauty...
Luke, come on, I thought Chaim was... You give me his email, I'll give him a call, and then he's going to say...
I prefer to do it by email.
Right.
Like Chaim Amalek's like Santa Claus. Yes, Virginia, there is a Chaim Amalek.
Okay, I can accept that.
Yeah.